Alright, this is going to be your video walkthrough on your 2018 Flagstaff Shamrock 233S. Alright, we'll get started up front here. So the first switch here is up. It's bringing the camper up. Down, bringing it back down. That switch there is just a light for hooking up at nighttime. Both the propane tanks here are full, and they are the 20-pound tanks. Now with the arrow right here, that little arrow is facing the left tank. It's pulling off of that tank when the green turns red. It's just letting you know it's out. When it does turn red, spin it over here to this side, and then open this tank up, and you're back up and running. That's your battery here. Battery disconnect switch is going to be right here. Anytime you're not using the camper, turn that thing off. It just saves your battery power from going inside. So when you come back to it, you got a good battery. This light here has its own switch on it on the bottom. Alright, then we got city water hookup here. I do recommend using a pressure regulator at the campgrounds. They do have a lot higher water pressure than we do here or you do at home. Antifreeze inlet. So this here is going to be for winterizing. Just cut you a water hose long enough to stick down into an antifreeze jug sitting on the ground. Turn your water pump on, and then it'll pump everything up through the system. When you get coloration through the faucets, then you know your unit's antifreeze is winterized. Stabilizer jacks are right there. 3/4 socket in the drill, not an impact, the drill. That's what we normally use. But they do give you the hand crank as well. Right, we got storage here. Refrigerator access is here. If anything ever happens to the refrigerator, this is where the tech will go in and fix it. Alright, this spot here is going to be for boondocking. Somewhere where you don't have a city water hookup, fill this tank up before you leave home, and you probably have 30-40 gallons of fresh water. Power cord hookups here. This is the 30 amp, and it does come with the camper. Cable or satellite. Cable's on the left side, satellite's on the right side. Now to put these pop outs down, there's a bar inside. Now when I get done with the walkthrough, I'll show you how to do all that. But you just pop that bar down, and the top piece here just folds down, and then you'll raise the bottom up and clip it in with these here. And like I said, I'll show you that when we get in there. And I get done with all that, everything else. Sewer hookup is down here. So your right handle is your black tank. Your left handle over there is going to be your gray tank. When you dump this, always do your black tank first, which is your commode only. Then do your gray tank, because your gray tank just sinks and showers. It'll be pretty much soapy water. Always leave these valves shut at the campground. Reason being, you don't want to be the vent for the whole campground. Another reason is, just say for instance on the black tank, if all the liquids can run out and you're using the camper, all the liquids run out, then the solids are just going to pile up to the bottom of the commode, so you don't want that. So just leave it shut. And you know there's a meter inside, and I'll show you that more when I get in there. But when you notice that meter about 2/3 full, just come out here and pull these handles. Always do your black one first, then do your gray one. This here is going to be an outdoor shower. So, we got the hot side, and then you got the cold side. This is just storage. Spare tires right here on the back. Alright, TV hookup. You can bring your TV from inside to out here. This hangs there. This spot here is reception from inside to out here to the TV. This one's a black tank flush, so when you hook the water hose to this, always make sure your black tank sewer handle is pulled open, because this is just a spray nozzle inside the tank. Just washes all the walls and the sensors down. Then you got your 110 outlet here to power up the TV. This here's your gas hose for your grill. The grill just hangs on this rail here. Furnace exhaust there. You do have outdoor speakers. When you're cooking on the range, on the stove, make sure your range vent here is popped open. When you're not using it, pop it back shut. It keeps all the critters out. This here is going to be storage. And that's the table and the rack for the grill. Hangs on the rail there. Water heater is here. Now, you got one switch out here. This is the master switch for the electric side. You can leave this one on all the time. You got another switch inside that you can control it from. Now, in the wintertime, you're going to drain this. So release your pressure right here first, which is your pressure release valve. And then unscrew your anode rod. And just take this rod out. The reason you want to release your pressure first, because if you don't, when you get this thing out, it'll shoot out at you because there's so much pressure in there. This thing is gas or electric. You can run both at the same time. Pretty much the only advantage, you just get hot water faster. Orange LED strips up top. Turn that radio down right quick. Alright, so up top here, each one of these little buttons are going to activate the meter. Top's full, bottom's empty. So the first one is your battery. Batteries are charged. Then you got your fresh tank. Then you got your black tank. And then you got your gray tank. This here's your water pump. When you fill your fresh tank up, that's what's going to pressurize the camper. Just switch it on. That's what pressurizes it. Now when you're hooked into a water hose, you don't need to turn this on because it has its own pressure. These two here are your water heater switches. First one is gas. This one's electric. Always use your electric over the gas. That way it saves you propane. But if you got several people going to take a shower back to back, come in here and flip that switch there on along with this one. And then it'll just maintain the water a little bit better for you. This switch here is going to be slide in and out. So up is in. When you hear the click, let off the button. It's just a clutch on the motor to keep from burning anything up. The right switch over here is on. Up is extend. So push it up, it extends it out. And push down on the button, rolls it back in. Now these switches here on the bottom, so this one here is going to be interior lights. And you got your porch light, which is the orange one there. And then your awning light, which is the ones up top. Alright, so fire extinguisher is right here by the door. Then we got your GFI outlet. It's going to be right here. So if any other outlet's not working, check that one first. Let me shut this door, keep a little bit of cool air in here. Alright, now to fire up the stove, turn the light, which is there, and strike it. Turn the light, strike it. Turn the light, and strike it. Now the oven one you actually have to have a lighter for. Alright, so first off you want to turn this handle here, turn it to pilot on, then you're going to push in on it. Then you get your lighter out. And right there where that blue flame is coming out at, that's where you light. Hold it for a couple seconds so it'll stay lit. Then you come back out here, turn to whatever temp you want, and then it comes out both sides of the burner. Alright. So hot water. Oh yeah, there's the hot water. And then the cold side. Push button light up. Alright. Push button light up top here. And you got fan light, exhaust fan light here. And then your exhaust fan itself. Microwave's pretty much a regular household style microwave, nothing real fancy about this one. Bathroom, halfway down on the pedal for the commode down here. So halfway down on that bad boy is just going to be water, just to fill the bowl up. And then all the way down is flush. Light switch here. Exhaust fan up top, pull down, turn to the left opens. And you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then fan off, turn to the right, push it back down. Shower whenever you're traveling. Always make sure that thing's locked down just like that. And that's pretty much it in the bathroom. Thermostat here. So right now it's on cool. Slide the knob here. Just does your temp. Left is cooler, right is warmer. So back one is just fan. That's off. Then all the way to the right is the heater. This side over here is the left side's auto fan. And the right side is fan on all the time. You got your bump outs. Now when you go to roll these up, always make sure the bottom, the little small piece here is folded up. Then you want to pop this bar down. And you see how I told you the outside would fold down? So the outside just folds down just like that. And you'll go outside and you can push it all the way the rest of the way down. And this one the same way. Little piece folds up. Bar comes out. Always lay the bars right there, so whenever that comes up, it's just going to lay right on top of it to keep it from moving. Alright, so down here, we got your breaker box and fuse panel. Everything is labeled, what does what. Cool thing about the 12-volt side, excuse me, if any fuse pops on you, there's going to be a little red light that light up beside exactly which one. And that's why that screen's there for. So if you're ever walking by and notice a little red light glowing in there, just let you know the fuse is popped. This box over here is carbon monoxide and LP gas leak detector. That's tied into the system, so you don't have to worry about batteries for it. Your temp set for right here is going to be for refrigerator. All the way over here is the coldest. Then your mode. So right now it's on auto, or you can run it on LP. I always run them on auto. That way, if you lose power for any reason, it automatically switches to the LP side. And then the first switch here is just power on and off. TV, radio. Again, this is Congressman Russell Fry. So zone 1 is going to be right here in the living room speakers. Zone 2 is going to be the speaker right there over the bunkhouse back there. And then zone 3 is going to be your outside. So that's what's playing now. Mode, AM, FM, clock, Bluetooth, HDMI, and then USB. Hold that button, turns it on and off. Slide lights have their own button in them. Alright, Fury on TV. TV remote. The little remote here is for the radio up top. And we got a charging center there. 12-volt outlet and 2 USB ports on it. And a little bit of storage down there. Right. Now the main bunk here. Just fold the thing up like the other two. And the bar comes down. And like I said, I always lay the bar there. When you flip it up, that's going to cover that bar so it don't fly around or anything. Alright, the couch here just pulls right out. Like this. Then you do have storage up under this couch. Storage up under the front one. Storage here. Storage up under these. And the little drawer here. So these are going to be the fans for the bunkhouses, and they just plug up right up top here. They all plug up like that. We got a light, and then this side over here, fan. 1, 2. All right, and that there is just a toilet paper holder, and you got a towel holder. These little remotes here are going to be for the mattresses, so it's got heated mattresses on them, and the plug up for those are going to be on the sides. All right. Antenna up top. If you're ever watching TV on like the local channel antenna, push up to spin it around to get better signal if it ever breaks up on you. Regular smoke detectors there. That's gonna be about it, y'all, on the inside. Come on. Let's do a quick walk around just to show you. Alright, so So now we'll go outside and pop those top outs in. All right, so the biggest thing with this, just make sure you kind of push them up like that. All right. Then you gotta make sure you push all this in. All right, so now that side's like that, and it's kind of hard to do this one-handed, y'all. Sorry. And it just folds up in like that. Lock this side down. Lock this side down. And move on to the next one. This time, y'all, I'm going to try to prop this thing up. That way you can see exactly how to do it. All right. So now you want to start like this. Fold that side in. Come over here to this side like this. Fold that side in. Lock that side. Come over here and lock this side. And that is all that it is. And the back one is that exact same way. Alright, so the back one is the same way. So make sure you fold this in. Come to this side. Fold that in. Lock that one. Lock that one, and you're done. Alright, now after you finish, I'm just going to do one last little walk around and let you guys check this thing out. Closed up. Alright, that's going to conclude your walkthrough. Hope you guys enjoy this thing.